Oh, all right.
America.
Look at him. Nice. Is that new? No.
Nah, this was my first baby.
Here we go.
She's cute.
Oh, she's gonna come.
Oh, you don't want this girl to come. Oh, I know.
Don't pull the trigger.
Love that beard's looking thick, bro.
It is. It came in. It's been coming in strong past few weeks. This has slowed down a little bit, I think, but it's coming.
Is it coming in
Dude.
faster than your hair, or do you keep cutting your hair?
No, it comes in faster.
That's crazy.
It's coming in much faster. I haven't cut my hair yet.
Huh.
But I've had to shave. I've shaved my neck like a ton of times in the past 2 weeks.
I never would have guessed.
My armpits like still aren't coming back really.
I'd be okay if mine did, bro.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing. That's like the only spot though. Everywhere else is coming back.
It's one of those things where like you have armpit hair for so long, you just don't mess with it. And it's just like you forget it's even there. Like it's just normal.
Right.
Now, does it feel weird? Like, are you like you're just rubbing skin to skin? There's no hair there. Does it feel different?
No.
In your armpits?
Yeah.
No. I always had to do it like getting ready for shows or whatever. It feels the very first day feels kind of weird, but when you first shave, but then after that it feels nice.
What about when it's growing back from shaving? Because growing back from shaving, growing up from falling out is two different things, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's a good point. You would think it would be less prickly if it's coming back from falling out.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not even really coming back.
Hey, at least your eyebrows came back.
Yeah.
They did.
That was the most important part.
Thick. They're thick now too. Nice.
They're back thicker than ever.
It's so wild. Hair growing back is you don't think about it, but it's pretty wild.
It's all super soft too, especially like up here, like on my head is really soft.
Like,
my beard's pretty soft.
Right. It's got to be like brand new.
A whole new
Brand new hair that had to be regenerated because all the other hair is always just there, it just keeps getting cut.
Uh-huh.
But this is like it all fell out.
Right. I can't imagine this feeling will last much longer as far as the softness goes.
Right. After first cut, it'll go back to being normal like that. Like not
you got like baby hair right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's how it feels. That's soft. Did you get to meet Suri's baby yet?
Not yet. I think we're gonna go tomorrow.
Nice.
Take him some food.
When was she born?
Thursday.
Oh,
Wednesday. I heard it was my dad's birthday, February 16th.
Oh,
I think she went in. She went in Wednesday evening, and I think she was born the next day. But maybe I'm wrong.
I think you're just one day off because I just talked to Bryan and Allison last night about it. It's my mom's birthday yesterday. They said she was born on my dad's birthday, which was Wednesday. So they went in Tuesday night. Had her Wednesday.
Okay.
Happy birthday to the Burks. My dad's birthday was on last Sunday, so birthdays all around.
February is hot. February is a hot birthday month.
Savage and Brady had their birthdays in February as well.
Yeah, no one cares.
They were in town last night.
Where's Brady live?
St. Louis with Stephanie.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only one that hasn't moved out.
Well, I'm not the only one. It's not just me here, though.
I think it's time.
Must be pretty lonely up there.
I think it's time to put your house up for rent and buy a new house in a better state.
I do not want to be a landlord.
You can have Bat do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I do not want a slumlord managing my house.
Might be a good thing.
Everybody who's renting or has investment properties and has tenants has told me you do not want to deal with your tenants. Like have someone deal with your tenants for you.
Yeah, I wonder how much that costs
Mhm.
because I've used a service like that before when renting, where I had to go through a tenant, not a, what do I call it, like a hosting service or something, but it was owned by an individual. But I wonder like how much he has to pay them, or that person has to pay them.
Like I would assume it'd be like a percentage of the monthly rent.
Or a flat rate. I bet it's up to the owner. You work out whatever deal you want.
Mhm.
I would imagine. Not that I have any idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder like
Something like that.
I wonder how much money you can make doing that when renting out the house and then paying for all the replacements or whatever happens. Trying to have like a slush fund, and then trying to make money too, plus paying somebody else to do it. Like how much money are you actually making while paying off the house?
Well, we're actually just talking about that today. So if you did, the number was like if you got a $300,000 house, or in this case, we were actually talking about buying an apartment that's in downtown Fort Worth. We're just using random numbers, but you get a $300,000 house, and then but with a 3.5% down payment, because that'd be an FHA loan, right? And then like your mortgage on that in total would be roughly between like $1,000 and $1,200 after principal, interest, taxes, and was the other I? The other I, right? And
You're
then
probably
so
paying in insurance too.
insurance, yes, insurance. That's the other one. Thank you. Right. So, but an apartment like a skyrise apartment downtown, can rent out for like close to $3,000 a month. So, like your profit after your mortgage and your pity, all that, right? You're talking about close to $2,000 income. Now, if you have someone, manage it for you, then that cuts into that. But that's not bad, not bad,
Yeah.
not bad income, right? And then with the FHA loan, you got to live in the place for like a year or something. There's regulations on it in order to get the FHA loan, but you have to live in it for some amount of time, and it has to be within a certain price range. But yeah, you can just live in it for a year and then move out. Like you can go back to an apartment, and now you got an entire, somebody's paying paying to $2,000 in income.
Does that you said it has to be within a range. Does that go based off your income?
I'm pretty sure it's like, so FHA is to help like
First time
people that might first time buyers, right? And lower income. So and like you can only do it once. So it's to help out those folks. So like there's like you can't do a 3.5% down payment on like a $500,000 house. I don't know what the cutoff is, right? But it's like if you can afford like a $500,000 house, then you got to put like a full down payment on it. That's full 20% down payment on it.
Booty.
Booty.
It's $100,000. It's a lot.
Yeah, right.
That's chump change, fellas.
Dude, prices down here are just getting crazy. They're getting ridiculous.
Supply and demand.
It's so dumb. Even rent is just, it's so high here. Is it the same
happening here? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I saw like a house for sale that was like, it actually wasn't too bad, but maybe Fort Worth different because you're more in the city. But I saw like a 5.3 in Texas that was only like 300,000. It was really nice.
It depends on what city you're in. So
yeah,
like Houston is still relatively like decently priced because they have like flood risk down there, right? But Dallas Fort Worth is the one of the highest increasing cities in America, is because of supply and demand. But Houston, there's so many goddamn people there, but flood risk. So prices in Houston aren't too bad. Like the guy that I'm learning all the real estate from that I'm working with, he all of his properties are in Houston because he can still get like an $80,000 property, do a fix and flip, and make like 40-50K off of it. But I mean, it's like run down in the hood, and so it's like he's got to gentrify it, right? But here, here it's like we went to a showing. I tagged along with her to a showing because we were out doing other stuff too, and it was it was like a 3-2, but it couldn't have been 1,500 square feet. And it was built in 1955, and every other house in the neighborhood just looks like it was also built in 1955, and it was kind of a little bit more run down. It wasn't like anything special, but it was in a historical district. And this 3x2, but built in 1955, like did not look anything special, was $365,000. One car garage, like it was crazy. It was crazy. So there's some parts, but if you go to like McAllen, Texas, which is probably like, because I've seen that on like Instagram a few times, but if you go to McAllen, Texas, which is a border city, yeah, you can get like 5x3, 6x4s that are only like 300K, and they look like fucking mansions, like beautiful, like marble and granite, and just like look super modern and beautiful. So it just depends where.
That's so crazy because it's like the same supplies, but it's literally just where you're at location and the demand and where you're at.
It's nuts.
But it's the same thing.
They can't build enough apartments fast enough here for how many people
that's what's happening here too.
Yeah. Like there's people don't want to build houses anymore, apparently. Well, because you have to have land to build houses.
And supply is crazy right now.
Right.
Lumber and whatnot is supply to make the house is just outrageous. So it's increasing the price it costs to build insanely.
Yeah. It's like all the money's going to it's the new world order. All the money is going to the elite, the top 1%, right? So it's like it's people that are building like 100 unit complexes. They can build those now, or it's going to developers who like they buy the lots and the lands and then have houses built on them. But it's like you can't. There's all the land is owned in Texas publicly
by Bill Gates.
No, he's buying land in like Arkansas and like the backwoods of Arkansas, Louisiana and shit.
He's got like the most farmland in the U.S.
Yeah, he's doing something. He's doing something with it. Who knows what he's doing, but he's doing something with it.
But he also pushes eating vegan and vegetarian and all that kind of stuff.
Concentration camps. That's what he's doing for the unvaccinated.
I don't understand why he has such a voice with all this pandemic stuff.
Follow the science. Yeah,
follow the science.
The guy who computer science. The guy who built a computer and then built the virus to trash his computer and then sold the antivirus software.
Well, and then he was getting money hanging out with Epstein, and then we all know how that went. And then you see one of Epstein's good friends that was a big fashion designer was hung himself.
And the cameras weren't on.
And the cameras weren't working.
That's insane.
It's literally like it's because we can't do anything.
Like again.
Yeah. And it happens to be right when Hillary Clinton makes it back into the news again.
Yeah.
With the whole Spygate thing going on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Because
the distraction.
They're trying to say she was spying on Trump's campaign or something like that.
She was.
Yeah. The thing is that there has to be some
fact now.
Otherwise, it's just gonna get this fallacy that we live in a free society and a just society is just gonna continue to fucking grow. Somebody has to go to jail and like or publicly hung or something.
I like option 2.
This shit is fucking crazy. These people are getting away with crazy outlandish shit.
It's true. Was that confirmed that she was spying? Because I saw from so many different outlets, and like the actual like media outlets I saw, it just says the allegations. That's all I looked at.
No, that's confirmed.
And that's like the most I've seen was just the allegations.
No, it happened.
It's all coming from this one guy, John Durham, a report that he did. So the report has to be read. He's
like a federal prosecutor. So
what are they going to do about it?
It's a great question. But the most significant part of that is she not only spied on him before he was president, but also after. So during. So they essentially hacked into White House security and files and data or whatever, which is a huge deal. You're spying on the sitting president, but then you're also like,
that's treason, I would
That's
think.
treason and espionage.
dude, it's insane.
Was this before she destroyed her servers or after?
This was after, because let me think about the timeline. Because the whole hoax was created once again to make a distraction and take heat off of Hillary with the email scandal. So,
Oh, that's true.
so after that happened, they created this hoax about Russia just to turn the attention towards Trump.
Dude, isn't it crazy how they went on for 2 years lying, flat out lying in court and never got in trouble for it?
Never.
And they literally, they just sidetracked all of media. They literally just took control of media and said Trump bad, and just took away from everything that they were doing wrong.
For 2
It's
years.
the craziest
And
thing.
we paid for that as taxpayers.
And like so many people believe
Make
that
up a
too.
lie.
Yeah. It's slander. I mean, it's crazy.
People still listen to Hillary Clinton and like love her. I don't get it. Like, how many times do you have to be called a crook and a corrupt?
I saw a poll, and then I think it was 65% of registered Democrats think that Hillary Clinton should be investigated further into this whole thing. So 65, over half of registered Democrats. That's pretty.
Be careful with those polls and see who they got them from. But yeah, that's a decent sign.
But
like,
in general,
is it gonna happen? Nothing ever happens.
Probably not, but I do think it puts a nail in the coffin for her to run in 2024.
It's so dumb. That's so dumb. They just have so much money they can pay their way out with everything. No issues. Pay your way around it. It's so crazy.
Like, the only way around it is that like she has to die.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way to like get rid of it.
We're getting in pretty dangerous waters right now, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
This is being recorded. I'm going to put it on YouTube. This is all a joke. This is for entertainment.
I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal.
Same.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I also did not inhale.
I did not inhale.
I'm pretty sure my cancer was exogenous and someone gave it to me from poison. Someone tried to kill me.
It was HIV from the government.
I did get the shot. I got one shot.
Dude, I was talking to Cindy at Titan, and there was this, like, I think he was a 6-year Marine. And so that was his agreement or term, 6 years. He was 1 month away from completing that time and getting his package of benefits and whatever that you get when you finish your term with the military. And he wouldn't get vaccinated, so they discharged him dishonorably.
That's wild.
That's
so 1 month.
They're doing so many people dirty with that military. Yeah,
they literally couldn't just let him just hang out for 1 month. Like, that's deliberate,
right? Well, I mean, they had a date, obviously, so no one gets special treatment. But I was thinking that would have been a really tough call. Like, that's something that possibly could have persuaded me into getting it.
To get the benefits and stuff at the end.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, if you would have just got one, that would have been fine. Like, he never had one, right?
No.
Could have just got one and said fuck it after that.
I mean, you gotta give him props though.
Yeah, right. He stood his ground.
Standing his ground is crazy.
That's
so weird. Because I don't know. It seems like you're gonna have adverse reactions pretty much the same percent as I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's very minimal that you're gonna have adverse reactions.
Yeah, it's not likely, but it's possible is the thing.
Yeah, and you just never know. It's just rolling the dice every time.
No, and just because you don't have adverse reactions immediately or in the weeks following, it could be affecting things down the road.
True.
Maybe in 2 years you have an adverse reaction. You don't know. And then you could potentially ruin your life for this.
The latest thing I saw, Bill Gates was talking about most recently. He was kind of laughing at how Omicron came about, and it creates like B cells and T cells in your body, and it pretty much is a vaccination by itself. And he was laughing about it, and then saying how the next mRNA, he was saying that we failed this vaccine because it took so long to make, and that this next one needs to be out within 6 months.
They made it so fast.
Right.
Right, he's
And
like
they
already,
still
he's
haven't-
already saying in the next pandemic.
Yeah,
The next
exactly.
pandemic, it needs to be out in 6 months.
They're already calling for another pandemic. You know,
Like they want it to happen.
well, and it is inevitable. Like we live in an environment that virus, well, technically this one was released, but
So
sicknesses
hold that thought.
never happen. So now they always have this, it's like the dude in the State Farm commercial or whatever with the dollar bill on the pole. And they have this thing that they can hang over our heads now forever because there's always going to be sicknesses. And then they're always going to say, put your mask on. They're always going to say, you need the new
Get
vaccine.
Keep getting these shots.
More
that
tests.
got these, keep getting these shots that we say are good, and anybody who says they're bad is a demon.
Doing all these things that are bringing us lots and lots and lots of money.
So one of the most recent JREs he had on the guy that leads like the Center of Infectious Disease. And what did I tell you to hold that thought for? Can't remember.
Virus. Oh, being released.
Oh yeah. So he pretty much said that none of this, he was saying that this was not human engineered. So it completely, that goes against, that's what he was saying. And he is like the leader of the Center of Disease and Control or Infectious Disease.
How does he know?
Exactly. And why was he saying that when all of a sudden the rest of the narrative now is that it was from a lab? Well, and he's over here saying it's not genetically modified.
Wasn't gain of function already proven?
I'm not exactly for sure, but that's been like the hypothesis for a while now.
Debated. Fauci won't admit it,
but
it's being debated.
Those emails that came out made it pretty apparent.
Yeah.
It makes it pretty apparent, but no one's going to fucking jail for it. It's like no one's being like, yeah, you're charged with lying. Yeah.
Yeah, and this dude is literally saying
like,
that it was not
like leaked emails can't lead to you being like, yeah, you're fucking like you lied this entire time. He's still denying it. So it's like it's still ongoing.
Deny.
I'm starting to make money off of COVID actually.
What does that mean?
So this my campaign, we were doing AT&T now we're doing we do testing, COVID-19 testing for people. So it's a government funded program. It's called ARC Labs. It's in Illinois actually.
I like I've heard of that. ARC Labs.
Yeah. ARC Labs ARC Point Labs. It's in Illinois. So they do COVID testing. And so we go out to sites. We actually do the COVID-19 swab tests for people, and then put it in vials and put it in coolers and then ship it off to ARC Point Labs.
And you're doing the same job, the same company?
Yes. Yeah. We don't get commissions off of it.
That's a hard flip.
Right. Yeah, it's different. It's different.
So did your contract with AT&T, like, is that over, or how's that work?
Well, yeah. Well, we're ending that campaign. So like the company that I work for, there's like 400 offices all over. It's actually international, but like that we have so many clients and other companies that we work for that you can just go to other campaigns. It's just a process of getting approved to run a campaign. It's like tomorrow we could also do, so the competitors for internet here or telecommunications is AT&T and Spectrum. So like tomorrow we could go and do a different campaign for Spectrum. Because
So you're not
client.
selling these tests, you're administering them.
Right. Yeah. So like we set up a table and we can do tests for people. So like they don't have to pay anything because it's done through insurance. So either they have insurance or they'll have like government assistance. So the people don't have to pay anything. But yeah, so like it's COVID, it's testing kits. And so we'll do the test. It's all registered through the system, right? And then we just put it in coolers and ship it off to the labs at night.
You guys have to wear.
Mm-hmm. We haven't started it yet. I don't start till middle of this week. I think I start Wednesday. So we have to do like the PPE and all that stuff. Personal protective equipment.
So how does that affect your income?
So instead of being an uncapped commission, now it's a base. And now, so in order to there's all this moving up in the company that we can do. Mm-hmm. It's just the criteria is different. So now instead of it being like a personnel, like a team personnel and a commission criteria, now it's just a personnel criteria because we can't get commission for it. So I get a base pay now. And so like the bigger my team grows, like when I have a bigger team, then my base grows.
So if you were to have your own team on the AT&T campaign that you're doing, and you have all these people set up, and it's like you're getting commission, is that reoccurring if you are the leader of the team?
Yeah. So once I hit that next level, I get 10% of the whole team.
So what I'm leading into is like, so when you switch campaigns, do you still get to keep that commission that's reoccurring, or is that just done with?
Well, this isn't commission anymore.
Right, but so you were getting commission before, and now you are no longer partnered with. You're not doing that campaign anymore, correct?
Right.
So is all that progress that you just made in building that team over with?
No, they're still on my team. They're still part of my team.
But now you're not selling anything. You're just
right. Yeah, we don't sell anything.
Are you actually a team leader now, or?
Yeah.
So you have your own team?
Yeah.
So you're making money off of them?
No, not yet. No, I had to. So like I'm in the process of building my team, right? So I like now it's gonna go like my commission, or sorry, not my commission, my base. Sorry, my base grows with the more team members that I get, right? And then once I get promoted to the next level, then I start making residual off the entire team. But I have to get my team to that size, which is 10, right? And then I start getting that 10% from everybody.
So you start here, and then people come out here, and then you have this nice little base here.
It's more like a tree, Bluff. It's more like a branching tree.
Kind of like Christmas. I like Christmas.
An organic branching tree.
You get presents.
Tree.
I'm just like confused on like if you were to already have your team and you were making commission as like a team leader, and you switch campaigns, would you still get that like reoccurring commission off of the product that you sold beforehand, even though you switched to the COVID?
Right. If I was at that top level, right? If I was at that next position, then yeah, like I would still get.
Because they're still in a contract technically, right?
Right. So there's like they'd still be on my team. Like right now, it's my position is called account manager, right, or a team leader, right. And the next position is called a assistant manager, right. So once I get promoted to that assistant manager position, then like it doesn't matter what campaign I'm on. I still get 10% of whatever my team's revenue is.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should sell COVID tests on the side. Little side hustle, start selling them.
Can't do that.
We won't tell anyone.
There's a bunch of rules and regulations with this campaign because it's government funding.
Where are we supposed to get? Yeah, where are we supposed to get like tests for free in the mail or something by UPS? Wasn't that a thing?
I don't know. Are we?
I'm pretty sure that was a part of like one of the latest bills that they did.
I don't know. I know I went to a site and it was like a grocery store. It's called Winco. I don't know if they have those in Florida. I know we don't have them in Illinois, dude. It was called Winco. They were selling test kits there. So yeah, we can't do COVID testing out there because they're selling test kits. So
Right.
they're selling like it was like rapid tests. It was like 15-minute test kits. I don't know how that is possible. So this Winco, so they can sell like 15 like these super rapid test kits that give you results in like 15 minutes. But this like legitimate lab it takes at least 24 hours. It takes at least 24 hours to get the results back to the person. How does that fucking work?
Yeah, so, why is there such a difference between the two?
Well, right. How the hell are they selling 15-minute rapid tests and that we have a legitimate laboratory that takes 24 to 48 hours to get test results back?
Well, I think the rapid ones are just to essentially determine if there's any trace at all. And then the ones you send in more elaborately break down like which strand it is and how much of, or the whatever cycle that it would be in. You know what I'm talking about? The cycle.
Yeah.
Do you believe
like which?
I mean,
your stage of infection.
Yeah, like, but yeah, what stage of infection or how much is actually in your system? But
it's got to be more detailed.
Like I know that like when Eric had it, you know, they have the rapid test that obviously just lets you know if you have any strand of COVID. But when he sent it in, he was able to see that he had the Delta strand.
Oh.
So I'm sure there's other things that go along with that.
That's what you mean by stage, like what variant it is.
Variant. That's not what I meant by stage. I probably just saying the wrong word, but that was just.
I think it like multiplies in your body, right? And that's kind of what that means. Like how many times did it multiply or something
before it dies off or something like that.
Yeah.
But my point just being that that's probably one of the differences between your rapid tests and the ones you send in.
That'd be interesting. I don't know if I'll ever get to really find out. I start working on it on Wednesday. I don't know if I find out like what
these are questions you should ask in the
meeting. Of course, I've never taken a regular COVID test, and I don't plan to. Never taken a regular COVID test. Don't know if I've had COVID. Don't have a vaccine, but here I am, still survived. I must be.
That's crazy.
God, I must be God.
Because there's supposed to be a lot of death.
How in the fucking world have I survived these last 2 years with this super, super deadly super virus?
Doesn't make any sense.
I am.
You're an outlier.
I'm a fucking miracle.
You are. I had COVID. And it was all right.
My blood needs to be studied because apparently I have the cure to it in my blood. Remember, I'm not suicidal, guys.
Dan, I am everything that you just listed. You're not special.
We are.
Hold on. Sonia was in the room with me 2 feet away from me for quite some time while I had COVID and she never got it.
Yeah.
That's one of the most interesting scenarios that I've heard multiple times throughout the last 2 years is when significant others living in the same house, in the same bed, kissing, don't transmit this incredibly infectious virus.
And remember how we all had to stay on 6 feet apart for like 6 months, and now we just don't talk about it anymore?
Right.
We always had to be 6 feet apart. If we were going to go gather in a driveway, we had to sit chairs out 6 feet apart. In grocery stores, we couldn't stand in line unless we were 6 feet apart.
They had arrows going, like you couldn't go the same different opposite ways in the.
That's the dumbest one. That one still bothers me.
We can stand 2 feet apart, but as long as you're facing this way and I'm facing this way.
Yeah, no kidding.
What's up, Dwight? So much courage. I don't even know. It's like for a logical person, it's madness. Everything's madness.
Well, bro, I feel really bad for the kids these days. They're getting it worse than anybody.
So true.
this is gonna be bad for a few years, for a long time. You see, I saw a post. Look at this boy. I saw a post that the CDC lowered standards. Like they lowered the standards of intelligence for children. So like at like a certain stage, I forget what stage of life or what year or something. It used to be that they should know like 50 words or something at that point, and now they lowered it to like 35 words.
That's crazy. That's a regression.
It is. It's regression.
That's Bryan. 50 to 35 is a regression.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Kids, like, it's like, then it's just, and then, you know, and all the hypocrisy, the Super Bowl, that Republicans were having a field day with that, with how many Super Bowl or how many people were at the Super Bowl. And then the very next day, like all of their kids went to school with masks on.
Well, it was the fact that they had what was it? The state of emergency in LA, and they had the Super Bowl in LA.
With maskless.
Yeah, while everybody that was working had to wear a mask.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Makes 0 sense. 0 sense.
It's regular. The last 2 years has just been an endless list of just hypocrisy and madness. Like, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. This makes no sense.
I got another one. So I got a lot of nurse clients, and a few weeks back, the Congress, because the hospitals are suffering because of lack of nurses right now, nursing shortage. But it was because they fired or furloughed a bunch of nurses right at the start of the pandemic, and they never hired them back. So over the course of the pandemic, over the past 2 years, a bunch of nurses have left to do travel nursing because they get paid an extraordinary amount more.
Get paid a lot.
And so Congress, like 2 weeks ago, tried to put a cap. They're voting on putting a cap on travel nursing to deter people from doing that. And it's not working very well. And nurses are pissed, and it's just making everything worse. And now the nurses just don't want to work because now they're trying to cap their pay when they're the frontline workers. And the CEOs of the hospital are out there making $30 million bonuses.
The nurses are the last people we want to piss off.
Dude, I've heard so many bad stories from this last year. Like,
I'm up there with the truckers.
They're bringing in freshly graduated nurses that never had like in-person training. They only had like online training because of the pandemic. And I've heard so many horror stories of people just nurses doing things wrong in the hospital, that I don't want to go to the hospital ever.
No,
it's like they can't. It's awful.
Dude, it's just severe mismanagement. But it's of an entire society is the fact.
Yeah.
This isn't just like a small like business of 100 employees that goes bankrupt. This is the mismanagement of an entire country, and like everybody is like hospitals are being affected by it. Hospitals are being affected by it. Kids, an entire generation is being affected by it. Small business owners. It was like 75% of the small restaurants in California died. Closed.
Forever.
75%. That's crazy.
I'll be right back.
That was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, maybe I did hear that.
It's just astounding. And like the thing is like it really doesn't, like, people will say, oh, it was the virus. It's like, no. It wasn't the virus. It wasn't the virus. It was the management of the virus. It was the people in charge of making decisions that caused it.
Well, it was the lockdowns, because that's obviously what, kept people out of the restaurants to begin with. And then even once they opened back up, they're 50% capacity. So restaurant owners would have to space people out and then literally lose half of their revenue. And then you got the shortage of workers. It's just a domino effect. And did you guys see the most recent study that came out from, I think, Johns Hopkins?
Yeah. Said it had like a negligible effect on, like it had zero effect.
and so it had no effect on containing the virus. But we just kept seeing numbers go up regardless of what we did.
What's that? The shutdown?
Lockdowns. And then you have the residual negative effects of the businesses going out of business, and then you have like all the depression and the anxiety, and is the ends did not justify the means.
Suicides are up.
Yeah,
Suicide,
kids learning disabilities.
overdoses, and obesity all up.
Overdoses are through the roof. That's the real pandemic, is this fentanyl coming into the country from our open border.
Mexico and China. Crazy. Yeah, we're fucked. Like, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit to worry about in the country right now. And again, the only antidote to our current crisis and our current multiple crises in our country, more money. If you got money, you got no problems. Just look at all of our elitists. Just got to make money.
Dude, but
You got no problems.
who's to know that our dollar is even going to be worth anything when this is all said and done?
Oh, right. Like
Well,
inflation was 7.5% updated the other
Because
day.
you make your dollars and then you put it in assets or commodities.
Dude,
Yeah, until they start putting
Seven-
regulations on those assets.
Biden's coming out with, they said on the 22nd, so 2 days, Biden's supposed to come out with crypto regulations or something.
Don't you think that it's going to be an immediate dip? But then, I mean, like, crypto's not going anywhere.
No, definitely not going anywhere.
It's just going to have people freaking out.
Right. Or
It's gonna have people freaking out. They'll find a way to tax it and they'll find a way to monitor it.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
They'll find a way to spy on it and tax it. That's what the regulations mean.
They already.
I think the one bad thing that could happen is if they require exchanges to have the KYC, the know your customer stuff, and then which they have been doing, or if they make it so you can't like self-custody your own assets. That would be messed up if you had to, like, the bank had to like custody your assets for you, which is the opposite of what crypto should be.
Yeah. Which could very well happen. I watched The Big Short not too long ago. You guys remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. About how the banks were the reason for the housing market crash.
Yeah,
they're giving out home loans left and right.
Yeah. I forget all the details of it, but it was like, home loans, but it was like it was all fabricated. I forget all the whole process, but yeah, it was basically what my point is that the banks caused it, and then no one was held accountable, and the banks still stayed rich. Yeah,
they bailouts. They bailed out the banks when it was the taxpayer paying for that. It was good. The shadiest part is they call it government money, but it's actually taxpayer money. But because they say it's from the government, you don't think like you actually pay for it.
Well, because the IRS can just print it. So technically, it's just debt. It's all debt money.
Right.
It's not real, man.
And have you seen Don't Look Up yet?
No. What's that?
It's a good one.
It's like it's kind of like a satire of the division in our world right now. So basically, there's a comet coming to and it's like, was it like 9 kilometers long? Love, you remember?
I don't remember.
Big enough that it will destroy the Earth. And the Leonardo DiCaprio and whoever the other is.
Is it Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
They find this comet and they're trying to tell people about it. And half the population isn't taking it serious. And then the other half of the population is like crazy intense about it. It's kind of like COVID. And then it just kind of shows how it's us versus them. So half of the people are saying, just look up, just look up. They're like hashtagging it and stuff. And then the current president in the movie, who is a woman, is saying, don't look up, and is trying to get votes based off playing off of people's like bias to it, basically. So, I mean, that's a gist of the movie. It was pretty entertaining. I mean, it's
got a lot of good actors.
yeah,
Pretty funny.
yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of randoms.
Jonah Hill is pretty funny.
Who?
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, he always is.
Is he a main character or he just shows up?
He is
Man.
the president's son. So he's kind of
Yeah.
like Don. He's kind of like Don Jr. is the way they portray.
Hmm.
Like she's a real conservative. Like she'll hold rallies. They make it look like a Trump rally almost.
Right.
That's his character. Is he's the son of the president, and she's like always smoking cigs and just kind of talk kind of however she wants.
And she doesn't have a clue about what's going on.
Yeah, she. I mean, there's a comet coming to destroy the Earth, and she's like worried about her ratings. You know, little stuff like that where people aren't grasping the magnitude of it.
Yeah.
And it's like when they find it, it's like 6 months and 14 days away or something like that. So
not even gonna get a vote because the election is like after beyond that period.
that is the way it timed out. It's just silly. We prolonged from watching it just because I was kind of, I don't know, I didn't want to, but it's good.
It's funny. It's a good parody of the times.
Yeah,
It's pretty long.
we just watched 21 Jump Street last night.
That's a classic.
Yeah, it was a good one. Speaking of Jonah Hill,
Have you guys seen Peacemaker? It's pretty good. You watched The Boys.
Yeah.
The Boys is good. I remember, like, I watched that too.
This is like it.
Yeah,
Is
it
it
looked like
a series or
Yeah, it's 8 episodes.
on what? What streaming service?
I know. I'm trying to think.
is it Paramount Plus? I think
I watched it on Plex.
because I have the ability to watch it. It's on Paramount Plus or Prime or Paramount Plus or Prime.
It's pretty good. They said the F word a lot. Like so,
Okay.
like I don't usually even notice, like, because cuss words are just kind of a part of our lives. They say it a lot.
It sounds just like The Boys.
It,
The Boys,
Right.
It got really gory really quick.
Oh, fast.
yeah,
I don't remember they cussed a lot in it too, but it was just more about the gore. and the
yeah.
savagery.
Well, the opening scene is when
They say cunts a lot in it because he's like English or something. One of the main guys. He
dude,
says cunt a lot.
I wish Americans said that word the way that the
Yeah,
British. Yeah,
The blood-
dude, it's such
the
a fun
bloody
word to
cunt.
say. But yeah, check out that.
I'm gonna start saying it more.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. It's funny, dude.
I've been making sure to watch my South Park every Wednesday.
I haven't watched any South Park.
Me neither.
They're 3 episodes deep in the new season.
They're good.
I think so. It's pretty good.
Typical
The
South
latest-
Park.
The latest, yeah. It's not so much about the pandemic anymore, but they're doing some that reference it. Like the first one of the season was about pajama day, and that was like, you think about it, pajamas were like masked essentially, and you'd have to watch it. But the latest one that they did, Cartman's mom finally gets a job, and she's a realtor, and it's all these people moving in from out of town. They're all city people, and the city walk comes back on them all shitty people. But essentially Cartman's mom gets a job and he hates it because she can't take care of it anymore. So he becomes her competitor as a real estate agent and pretty much tries to run her out of business.
That's a gag.
It's pretty funny.
What a little POS.
Yeah. Typical Cartman.
When you guys want a little Western adventure, you can always watch 1883.
I still need to do that.
Yeah, and I'm
Is
on-
the whole season
I'm
up,
on,
or is
bro.
it week by week?
It's week by week.
Oh yeah, Weston, you start watching it?
Yeah, bro. Come on, we talked.
Are you all caught up?
This last time for like 10 minutes.
Well, I have a poor memory these days. Too many hits to the head for football.
Yeah, bro. Stevie likes it so much that she's gone back and rewatched some episodes. So if I'm just walking through, I might stop and watch too. It's kind of fun.
Have you watched the new one?
Not the one that came out yesterday or today.
Yesterday. Well, today technically. Usually they come out on Sundays. I think it said it come out on the 19th. It's episode 9.
Plex is kind of weird. Sometimes we have to wait for him to put him up. It's not like immediate like it is when you're on a legit streaming app.
Yeah.
I'm caught up until this very newest. So the last thing that happened, well, I won't say anything actually because
well, I mean, when we're done here, we're gonna eat and then we're gonna watch it. We haven't watched the new episode yet.
it's very good.
I love it. It's so good. I think it's better. I think it's better than Yellowstone.
It is. It's hard. That's hard to say because Yellowstone's just like the OG that like made us fall in love with this whole
Western idea.
Western, yeah, but it's better.
It's just the idea of being in that era. It's such a fantasy.
Dude, Tim
That's
McGraw is
so-
such a badass in it.
Tim
What?
McGraw. He's probably sold by now too.
He's got that cowboy look.
He's big. He's a big dude.
No,
Is he?
not for this. I mean, none of them look big because they're starting
Okay.
all the time. But
He is a badass,
Faith
though.
Hill is his wife.
Who?
Faith Hill, she's in it too.
They're all badass though, right? Like Faith Hill, she's a badass in it, and the daughter Elsa, she's a badass.
Elsa's evolving. It's crazy to think about what like the first episode where she was this like pretty blonde girl in the long white dress, and now she's a straight up cowgirl.
Yeah, she definitely has the most character development going on, and like the whole show's about from her perspective, for her like journal perspective on it. So like she's like the top main character. Yeah, it's really cool to watch her character development.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the idea, and you know what, I really like. Blood, are you gonna watch it or no?
Maybe at some point.
I really liked how they made the interaction with the Indians pleasant and like and friendly, rather than, because I feel like all other Westerns it was always cowboys versus Indians. And this one, in that last episode, they really had them, like they worked together, like they had friendship actually. These pioneers and Indians, there wasn't like a conflict. The only conflicts there's been have been with thieves and bandits.
Didn't
those
they
were all
pay off
white.
the Indians though?
What?
Didn't they pay off the Indians to kind of help protect them and show them where to go? Because it was their land. They have to.
There's because it's on their reservation, so they can make up their laws and rules and stuff. So like they paid with like a cow, and then they traded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Indians are badass.
Yeah, they are. So fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
I bet I would have been a badass Indian.
No,
Probably not.
Ken, you got no Indian blood in you, and we know it.
I would have been shooting arrows on a moving horse, on the money, and then I would have jumped off a horse with my little hatchet.
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk, scalping people. Been
Scalp.
like riding. I would have been riding it like a surfboard, riding a horse on a surfboard with my hatchet.
Dude,
My-
what a savage pastime. Scalping.
Right.
Yeah, that's messed up.
And then
Do you
making
do it while
that-
they're alive?
Man.
What are you doing, Jimbo?
Oh, jeez.
Of course.
Ow.
I'm so excited to watch this new episode now.
I really hope it's on Plex, but I feel like we usually wait till Monday. But that's okay.
Well, like it says, the last episode said it came out. Well, at least on Paramount Plus, said it came out on February 19th, which was yesterday.
Okay, well,
Uh,
we should be good then.
but it might have came out like I've checked at like different points during the day on Saturdays to see what time they come out, and I haven't been able to find out like what the time is that it comes out. I just know that I've always only woken up on Sundays and saw that it was available, but it says it still came out the day before. So I don't know.
Hmm.
Not sure. But I haven't shot my own bow in forever. Hannah, I got it. I got this nice arrows and bow rack for Christmas, and Hannah fucking broke it already. So she like
Wow.
pulled something because it's right next to, it's over on the wall over there. It's like right next to like some of her the shelves where some of her stuff is. And so their shelves they're like little pull out boxes. And so she wasn't paying attention and pulled one out. And they're like the pins that the bow rests on are pretty long and like come out from the wall. So she wasn't paying attention and hit it with her elbow. And so now like one of those long pins broke off in the hole. So like now I can't get it out from the hole. Maybe I could like ask Bryan my brother how to get it out, but now I'm back to just my bow sitting on the couch again.
I think you gotta like suck it out of the wall. Use your mouth.
Yeah, it's like snake venom.
Yeah, something like that.
Getting that splinter in my tongue. But I haven't shot my bow in a long time.
I shot mine. I mean, it was before it got too cold. We were at my mom's. Anytime we go out and shoot guns, I just take the bow. I've left my target out there, so I don't have to. That's the only place I really shoot anymore.
Listen, did you guys just get a bunch of snow the other day?
Yes.
Another blizzard. Wait, do you is Eric still living in the condo?
Mm-hmm.
You still got that target over there, right?
Yeah, but I don't go there.
Good if you wanted to.
I could. That target's probably pretty weathered by now. It was looking rough last time I used it. It was a fun little spot though.
Yeah, it is a fun spot.
I mean, if it was outside my back door, I'd probably use it way more often. But you know,
hundreds of arrows went through that, maybe even thousands. I had to have put more than 1,000 arrows into that box.
probably.
I feel like it is cute.
Love, did you get some cupping?
I did. I just did it on myself while I was working earlier.
Steve's got a set. We never
Computer
use
stuff. I do every now and again. This one, my rear delt got it good. Look at that one. Nice little moon.
Supposedly, right? The darker they are, the more damage is in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Which makes sense. Those rear delts never get a break.
Love, how much are you weighing?
Like 220 average.
That's cool.
I've been going up to like 225 and back down to 220
That's wild.
That's
for like the last 3 weeks.
dude, that's crazy. You're like, that means that at certain points you'd be 25 pounds heavier than me. Be about a 25-pound dumbbell.
You guys
Yeah,
have
that's heavy.
You guys haven't been that far apart in a decade.
It's been a while.
He packs on. You got the fat boy jeans.
Yeah, happens easy.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't take much.
No, you don't have to try that hard. I have to stuff my face until I'm disgustedly sick about it.
Yeah. I'm jealous.
Don't be. I wish I didn't have to. But it comes in handy when it's time to cut. That's
Exactly. I'm gonna do a cut for Ziggy when he gets here.
So he doesn't think his dad's a fat loser.
Exactly.
So he thinks he has a human dad and not a gorilla dad.
Right.
His middle name's Hendrix, right?
Yeah.
When's the due date?
July 4th.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I hope it really is July 4th. It rarely
Yeah.
is, but I hope it is.
Right. It's like less than I don't know, like 20%. actually happen on their due date, like 1 in 5 maybe.
Breeze came real early, almost 10 days.
And she looks,
Oh,
and she
wow.
looks
Yeah, she does look healthy.
They were supposed to be the 24th of February.
oh, that's not that early.
Well, yeah, I mean, but
It's only a week away. That's pretty good.
no, if it was on the 15th, then that's almost 10 days.
It was the 16th.
Oh, I thought it was 15th.
She was born. So and it was the 24th. So it was 8 days.
Whatever. All I'm saying is it's pretty far from the actual due date.
Sonia's starting to show. She's starting to get that baby belly.
I was just about to ask, how's she doing? Is it all good?
Yeah, she's doing pretty good. She hasn't really had symptoms as of late. It was only in the first trimester since she's just been kind of chilling.
Starting to show. She got a little belly bump,
Yep.
little pouch.
We're going to the doctor again tomorrow, or her birthing place tomorrow. And so we'll do another checkup, get to hear his heartbeat again. I keep trying to feel him, but I don't know.
How many weeks? You said it was
21.
So yeah, you're like more than halfway.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I feel like there should be some movement going on, right?
She feels him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she claims.
You're not strong. She's not strong enough for you to feel it yet, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure she does. I'm sure she feels moving around and can adjusting and stuff like that, pushing up against her ribs and shit.
I'm sure she does. Yeah.
Dude, it sounds so uncomfortable.
Really does. Yeah, I'm so happy I don't gotta do it.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. You don't have to
So
do anything.
awful. The whole thing, you know.
Every part of it.
I mean, it's crazy. They literally give life.
I guess Bree's delivery was like super easy.
Yeah, so he said it was like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fast.
That's nice.
Sonia's trying to go all natural though,
What a savage.
Bless her heart.
right?
She could do it too.
She's gonna do a water birth.
In a tub? In a hospital?
No, it's a birthing center.
Is she
Bro,
gonna is she
It's
gonna
not a hospital.
is she gonna eat the placenta?
Maybe. I think they can make pills out of it and stuff.
She's gonna cut the cord by biting it.
That's for me.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got to do that.
That'd be so disgusting though. I don't want to.
You're gonna
I'd be
keep
so grossed out.
Imagine all the stem cells you'll get though. If you,
Yeah, but dude, does that work for me?
yeah.
I mean, you took the vaccine. You're probably gonna need a lot of stem cells. But
Can you send me some like studies or something?
Yeah, let me go write some. You gonna keep the foreskin?
Oh, of course. We're gonna eat that too. Dude, he is just dazed. Look at him,
He looks so content.
right?
he's just chilling. He's just so.
See burn.
Oh yeah. Then Jim's down there too.
Good kitties.
All right, well, I'm getting hungry, guys. I haven't eaten much today. It's been a really unproductive one. I've slept numerous times.
Nice. Sounds good.
And the exact opposite for me. I've been very busy. I went to the gym 2 Sundays in a row.
Attaboy.
Nice. What'd you do today?
Deadlifts today, dumbbell bench press, barbell shoulder press, and curls. You know, gotta hit some arms.
Sounds pretty fun. Dan, I pulled 385 the other day.
But that felt nice.
It did. I haven't gone that heavy in probably a year since we were lifting all the time. It felt good.
Yeah, I remember back when I did 385 8 fucking times. and now I would go to the hospital if I attempted that.
It was sumo, so it doesn't count.
Facts.
It was hybrid.
Sumo don't count. That's for sure.
It wasn't sumo, it was hybrid.
That's not a thing. It's a made-up term.
It wasn't one of those weirdos sumos where your feet almost touch the plates and they're pointed out 90 degrees. It wasn't one of those.
Did you guys see the most recent female bench press record that got set? They got set, and the video is kind of going viral because the range of motion is so small.
I didn't know that was a record.
What do you mean?
I didn't know that was a record. I saw it.
I think so. On Louis Mark, I saw it on Louis Marco. Steven showed me first.
It was literally like 2 inches.
Dude, like, if that.
Like you can't even see it move barely.
No.
Send it to me. I haven't seen it.
I will right now. I gotta see
That was a record. I think it was like 221, I want to say. The red and the yellow. Maybe a little bit more than that.
It says women's world record bench press. Dude, yeah, oh, it just pissed you off. So it was 248 at 114. So it just must be at that weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that weight class.
I'm sending
That's so crazy.
I'm sending it to you right now, Dan.
You don't even see the bar move.
No, bro. You don't. It's really absurd. She's 21.
I was watching some strongman on YouTube the other day, and it was pretty badass. Dragging some giant ass chains, and they were doing deadlifts. I think they had a minute to deadlift 800 pounds as many times as they could. And I think Brian Shaw got 10 reps.
Wow.
Of 800 pounds. Thor only got like 7 or 8. But the way they just like, they go
Pick it
back
up.
to back and just, oh yeah, it had so smooth and so easy. 800 pounds for reps.
I can't see the video because Louis Marco's account is private. I don't follow him. So is she tagged in it?
No, but I can find it.
Maybe on like YouTube or something.
Yeah. Blood, what'd you just say?
The strongman competitions, deadlifts 800 pounds.
Up on the leaderboard at fitness, Butner did 405 for 20 on squat.
He's strong
Wow.
as
20.
fuck.
That's crazy. Butner he's dumb strong. I saw his deadlifts record, the PR the other day. It was 660 or something like that.
All right, let's see if this will work, Dan.
Butner's just a big person.
Yeah, that should go. Yeah, he's just, man, we went and watched him play rugby one day, and it was very, very fascinating to see these big, thick, strong boys be pretty fast. Like Butner speed sometimes for his size, but these thick boys hitting each other so hard.
Right?
No, fuck. What? I don't. This. What the fuck?
Dude, it's a joke.
You gotta be kidding me. And Alico and IPF are just like, yeah, this counts. What a joke.
But technically it does. That's their fault for making that the standard. Not standard, but that's a norm.
That's fucking crazy. That not even 2 inches. That's 1. Wow. Well, at least it's not a transgender breaking the world record.
I saw that the swimmer that had all the controversy around
Leah Thomas,
it.
I think.
when he competed in NCAA men's, he was like ranked 500 or something.
Yeah, it was four something
and now he's ranked 1
in the women's.
I mean, come on. It doesn't get much more obvious than that.
They're just gonna ruin women's sports. That's all that's gonna happen. It's fine, I guess.
Got nothing to do with us.
Just wait till like what I don't even know who's in the WNBA. Just wait till the WNBA starts playing against LeBron.
Yeah,
Just start making it co-ed.
Mo.
We can't have NBA and WNBA anymore. We just gotta have a co-ed. And then women get paid the same as LeBron.
But yeah, that'd be good still.
Yeah.
And LeBron's just gonna be jumping over everybody.
Joanna, man.
Joanna, man.
You ever saw that?
That was the start. Yeah, that was the start of the transgender movement, wasn't it?
Is that Wesley Snipes?
That and white chicks.
Wow.
Playing all white face out there.
Maybe. Dude, all these pictures of Trudeau in blackface are so hilarious to me.
Why?
Because they're so, well, for one, he's running a country. And 2, they're like super, because like there's 2 types of blackface, right? Like there is blackface to just look like a black human being. And then there's blackface that accentuates, like, you know, like you can have like a tint of black, or you could literally paint your face black, right, Dan? And then just have like huge lips, like to have like the super red, big fat lips, like, and there's pictures of him in that, and no one seems to care.
Yeah, that's another crazy thing. He's doing all this crazy shit and no one's calling him out for it, except for freedom-loving people. But nobody in power is calling him out for it.
No.
Trump,
I was thinking,
if something came out like, and if Trump did that,
dude,
we would never hear the end of it ever.
I was thinking that the other day though. I'm like, why doesn't the president like condemn him? And I was thinking like, if Trump was president, he would condemn him. But then I'm like, wait a minute, he doesn't even condemn him right now. Because has Trump said anything about that? The whole situation?
I'm sure.
I haven't seen anything.
You just don't hear. I mean, Trump's not doing like press conferences every day and stuff now. So
right.
Anything, but he's always getting interviewed. So I'm sure. I mean,
I haven't seen anything, but I was like,
I see quotes every once in a while from him, but it's about Joe Biden, not about Trudeau.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it doesn't have a whole lot to do with us yet. It kind of does. They're setting a precedent.
Yeah, it's just the situation in general, really. But they're gonna have financial sanctions on those people that are doing the protesting.
Dude, that's crazy. They never
That
had
is wild.
They never had him for the BLM riots.
No, but that, like, for your country just to be able to control your money like that,
It's insane.
that's pretty fucked up. That shouldn't be happening.
No. Just for protesting. That's
not on citizens.
That's the freedom of assembly, right?
I think, yeah.
I mean, that's in the
Something like that.
Constitution.
Well, that's America.
Oh,
but
right. Yeah,
I guess Canada is somewhat socialist. But I mean, that's what socialism brings you. The government controls you, makes the rules.
Yeah, man.
They don't have guns there. The public doesn't.
That's the problem.
That's why it doesn't happen here. That's why what's happening. People forget about Australia so soon. Australia was going through this recently because no one's talking about it. Australia was going through this last summer or last fall.
They're still doing it.
Same shit. But Australia public doesn't have guns either.
The weirdest thing is like there's a ton of countries that are saying that the restrictions are done, no more COVID lockdowns because it's not helping anything. And then there's still some of these countries that are so like going so hardcore on it that it doesn't make any sense because they're contradicting each other the whole time.
That's the science, Brian.
And you have to trust it blindly.
Yeah.
I just saw the quote. I saw the this Newsmax poll. 66% of Democrats want to see Hillary Clinton investigated.
That was a Newsmax poll?
Well, it was posted by Newsmax. The poll, according to a new poll by Technometrica Institute of Policy and Politics. Never heard of it. That's what the poll was, though.
Yeah, so I don't know if she will have any legal action taken against her. She should. But I definitely think that this takes her out of a potential candidate for 2024 because the Democrats need a really good pick because the faith in that party right now is not very good.
Yeah, they're fucked.
I mean, it depends on who they can get. But
Well, midterms at the end of the year, and we'll see what happens.
oh, we know what's going to happen then. Taking it back.
Allegedly.
So yeah, I mean the thing is,
Until all the polls are rigged.
well, right. That's the such an annoying thing. They want to call people crazy for even wanting to look into the possibility of a rigged election in 2020 for the presidential. And now that the midterms are coming up, you got like Kamala saying that she is unsure about the security of the elections. It's like, oh, okay, so now that doesn't look good for you guys. You're thinking it's possible that these elections could be tampered with.
Well, that and
2020.
in 2016, that they had 2 years of trials over a rigged election
Right.
that they thought Russiagate.
Mhm.
So they spent literally 2 years in court debating it.
But then couldn't happen in 2020.
No,
No way.
and
Now it's
The
gonna
big
happen.
lie.
it's so dumb. It's just so dumb. Like, can't follow it.
It's so crazy to talk to people too who like, because like I would say like I just voted for the first time that last election cycle. So I spent the first 2 election cycles that I could have voted just observe, like especially throughout like the 2016 presidential race. And it's like it's so interesting to be in the middle and see what they're both doing, just like having the complete awareness and just to see what both sides do, the manipulation of it, what doing or saying one thing and then doing the other.
Mhm.
It's like, but then going and talking to somebody who is just absolutely entrenched on one side or the other, and you're just like, you don't see this ever happening. They're like, no. Like they have no idea. They cannot possibly see the other side or another perspective. It's so crazy.
It's emotion. Emotion blinds people.
Yes.
That and people have too much faith in the government.
When they're emotional.
People really think like the government's here to help.
Hell no.
I mean,
They're here to control.
There are sometimes. It depends on what we're talking about.
Yeah, maybe like FEMA or something, but
I mean, there's
They're here to control us.
exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
They like, I don't know when it started happening, but as soon as like the only people that they care about are the large companies, because the large companies fund their campaigns.
Right.
So they just all they care about large companies, and as long as the large companies and them have their little symbiotic relationship, nothing else matters. And the rest of the public just has to be contained and controlled, and then influenced to stay consumers, think a certain way, so that those big companies continue to have revenue. And then if the companies have revenue because we're constantly spending money on it, then they can keep their campaign donations. That's all that matters.
Well,
The only antidote is to make more money.
yeah.
Come to Texas, you'll make more money.
Maybe.
Guys.
Very possible.
Ponj!
What up, Mama Ponj?
Look at this baby.
Yeah.
Baby!
Look at it.
Ziggy!
Look at this little Ziggy in there.
Wake! I don't think he's awake. Hit him a little harder.
Blood said you can feel him moving around in there.
Yes, it's the coolest and weirdest thing at the same time.
I
It's
bet.
wild. It's like it blows my mind every time because I'm just like, I forget about it, and then I randomly like feel it just like move around, and I'm just like,
You're like, are you talking to it and stuff too? Talking
Yeah.
to him? Yeah.
yeah, definitely sit there have conversations with them.
That's so cool.
So, Ponj, you haven't gotten sick or anything? It's been pretty easy.
I've gotten sick a lot more than I usually get sick, anyways, which sucks because it sucks, man.
Hey, Steve-O. Come here.
Is Blood rubbing your feet every night?
When I want him to.
I did last night.
Good job. Where's Stevie's gonna be so pumped.
She's coming.
Dude, that painting she made is dope.
Yeah. Of course, she's very critical of it. I said it's
Big
awesome.
Bryan! Hello. Hi, beauty.
Eva.
Hello.
Stevie said she doesn't have a bra on.
Like, Diane.
That's
Oh,
okay.
come
You don't have
on.
underwear
There
on.
he is.
Weston, use your hands as a bra.
Here.
Hand bra.
Sounds like an awesome job.
What painting are you guys talking about?
That's for us to know and you to never find out. Daniel.
Yeah, because I don't know either.
Oh.
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 No inside jokes on the Zoom call, guys. It's not fair.
It's a painting that Stevie made for Ziggy's nursery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see it.
You
All right.
You don't get to see it, Brian. You just get to know about it.
Okay, that's crazy.
That's so cool. I just found out that your due date's on Independence Day. He would.
It's wild. They say usually your first kid, honestly, who knows, but my midwife says that the first kid's usually a little bit late. So it might end up being on my birthday.
Oh yeah.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be wild. Then it'd be like Bryan being born on his mom's birthday.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that actually.
I didn't know that.
And
either.
then isn't somebody
Didn't know
else
that.
born on your grandpa's
got-
birthday too?
Yeah,
It'd be
It's
like a
Lauren.
generational thing.
yeah. I remember Angie and my grandpa, I think.
Are born on the same
My
day.
aunt and grandpa.
Sounds like I have to be in on this. Like,
Huh.
please be with me.
Ponj, do you still work out
Oh yeah.
with the baby?
It's really weird because like I'll like look at my arms and I'm like doing stuff and then you just see my little like beer belly. Doing stuff and it's like bloop.
Beer belly.
Full
Get that baby coming out with a 6-pack.
Right, and a beard.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Comes out with a full on beard.
I bet he's gonna have a bunch of hair.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
Gonna have a
Big
full head of hair. He might have a mustache for real.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be hilarious. But not cool at the same time.
I'd be scared.
I'd be worried.
You guys would you? I would laugh so hard.
Sitting
I'd
in the
probably
Texas.
laugh at first, yeah.
Yeah.
Not be worried.
I feel like, is this normal? Like, have you seen this before?
Put it
I'm
back.
excited.
Desperate.
Are you guys? We're all gonna fly down for it, right?
I don't care. Come on down.
Yeah, sure. Sure, bud.
Everybody changes a diaper.
I'm busy that weekend.
Yeah. I'll practice on Dwight. I'll come in ready. Just make sure Ivy has a foster home for that week.
I thought she was going to your house.
She's gonna come to my house. Dwight and Jim would not
Survive.
allow it.
Oh, yeah.
Dwight and Jim have their front claws, right?
Yeah, they got everything.
Maybe Ivy needs a good scratching on the nose.
Actually, they don't have their balls.
Yeah, I agree with that. She probably does for sure.
I don't kind of
attitude readjustment.
What do you guys
Baby.
Ivy better keep it cool when Ziggy's around.
Politics.
thought?
I guess
Yeah, you tell her, Dan.
I'll fucking tell her. I'll bite her ear. I'll tell her.
Tell her.
Go on down.
I'm gonna set her straight.
she needs it.
I bet she'll be like another little mama though.
I hope so.
I feel like dogs, like girl dogs, will do that. They'll be like mama bear for a little baby.
Yeah. I think pit bulls in general kind of have that nature with babies. They have a reputation of being super gentle and protective.
Maybe that's exactly what Ivy needs to chill out as a human baby.
Maybe. She does really good with Spring's little girl and our friend's little girl too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like she's really good. Like when she's done with the kids, like she'll literally go and sit right next to me, like, help me. Like I'm done. But
Now imagine she does that every day. That's the antidote. There she is. Somebody's walking by, huh?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is there still light out there?
Hi, Ivy.
Go give her. Sounds like what?
Well, guys. Once again, I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
Told me on this video, I'm like, what?
We've been talking for a while.
It's been a minute. This is a longer one.
I'm
It's
kind
about-
of sick of looking at your guys' faces now that Ponj's in here. It's a little more refreshing.
No.
Ponj's like, oh.
Thanks.
All right, guys. God bless. God bless Ziggy.
Until next time.
Catch y'all later.
Yeah. All right,
One
love you
love.
guys.